So last Sunday we had a pretty nice day outside. It was about 54 degrees Fahrenheit, not too much wind, and it was sunny, and definitely the warmest day we have had in a while. So I took the chance to throw outside. Yeah, really, this is the second throwing session I've had outside and so far, and I thought I should probably take some film to see where I'm at technically. As you know, I haven't trained much in the last 8 months, and just in the last 5 weeks, I've been able to get some training in, and of course I want to be prepared for this season. I don't know what to expect, but what I am gonna do is train and just keep throwing, because that's what I love to do. Well, so let's break down this video. I guess we'll just go frame by frame and see how I'm doing. I've been in the last 5 weeks as I've been throwing into a net and doing some stand throws, doing some drills and things into a net, just trying to feel some stuff out and make some adjustments, or to see what adjustments I want to make. And one thing I want to work on the length of my left arm and my shoulder, and really in the back of the ring, this first part of the throw, to extend my left arm and my left shoulder out over my left leg. And so I'm looking in this position. Let's look at some stuff that's good. So my knees are apart. That's positive. My right foot is straight forward. That's okay. Let's see what. Yeah, okay, right there. When my right foot comes off the ground, my knees are still apart. What you want to look for or avoid is when that right foot comes off the ground, the tendency is for this right leg and knee to collapse in and for your hip to close. And then that makes a narrow sweep as the right leg comes in. So this is okay. It's okay. Another thing we want to see my left knee drop. So let's see. This is where my left knee is at. Let's see what happens. It is dropping. Okay, that's pretty good. But it also extends a little bit as I come off of it. Okay, let's go back a little bit. The other thing I'd like to look at is see on my left arm, like where does my left arm and my left elbow, where is it at in relation to my left knee? So I would say my knee is still ahead of my arm here, and then I think this is pretty clear right here. My left arm is now ahead of my left knee. And that makes complete sense, because this is something I've typically always done. I've always sort of pulled my way through the throw, and this being my second session outside, I'm not real crisp with my technique, so I am gonna go back to some old habits. And but you know what? It isn't terrible. So here my right foot lands in the middle. Left arm is down. That's decent. But honestly, I would rather my left arm and my head be a little bit more that way. That would be better. The other thing I noticed here, and I don't really like, is look how flat my right foot is. Right there. You see how flat that is? Definitely don't want to land flat-footed in the middle. Looks like I do. Now it does come up and turn okay, but it is what it is. So the other thing I noticed, that in my footage so far this year, my orbit, or the path of my discus, is a little bit better. I think last year, the year before, I worked on, or I kind of orbit was low, and which isn't typical for me. And so I feel like this throw is a more accurate representation of how I used to throw, and that's a good thing because I used to throw farther. My PR is 211 feet, so if I could throw more like that, that would be better. But again here, if you look at my left foot, that landed flat and open. That's good. And what I do notice, so right here, if we want to measure this power position based on that left foot contact, my head and left arm are certainly committed already to going forward. I'd much rather see my my head be facing back this way and my left arm facing back this way. I have a more relaxed, passive left side, a longer left side. So we're here, you know, I'm starting to throw my left side. Let's look what happens. My left shoulders are gonna drop. So here you can see my left shoulder is high. That's not terrible. It's fine. But then I drop it, and again, it isn't terrible. But it kind of goes down, and you can see how my body position, how it is there. Let's watch this. Let's watch this. Let's go slow-mo for a second. Okay. Pretty good. You know what? I'm not going to complain too much for my my first session out, but I do know some things that I'd like to work on. So I guess to wrap it up, as I go forward and keep throwing, I want to continue to pay attention to my left arm, keep it long and passive, and I mean specifically the feeling of my left shoulder, like from right here to right here. You know, that upper part of my arm, that needs to be long and loose. And like in this position, that I'd prefer my left arm a little bit lower. The higher my left arm is, the more likely I'm pulling around with it. So that's the number one thing I want to work on. Be patient with my left side, and then I really want to fix that right foot landing flat. I don't want that at all. That's it. Left arm in the back and going into the circle, and stay on the ball of my right foot, and then I will throw farther. See you next video.